I find it really interesting that a lot of the times when I get questions in regards to Jelly Roll rugs, they seem to have themes, or like, I swear they come in waves. Like there'll be a whole bunch of questions about one topic and then it'll switch to another one. Even though nobody really knows each other, it's just interesting to me how everyone's connected, but we're not. Anyways, the most common question I am currently getting is, how do I go about selecting the numbers of strips of fabric, or I want it to blend, or I want my rows to be even. And many people are over stressing selecting your fabric. Now, first of all, let's all take a break. Let's woosa. Second of all, y'all are giving me way too much credit as far as how talented I am with color theory and balancing my rugs, because majority of my work is already done for me. Whenever I'm using pre-cut jelly rolls, I do not worry about how many strips or make sure it's balanced or even. The only thing I worry about for me with a pre-cut jelly roll is ending on that darkest color. And outside of that, typically I don't move it much. Now, when it comes to me cutting my own strips, in the beginning, I used to do the same thing. I used to stress and I wanted it balanced and I wanted it to be perfect. And oddly enough, the more I tried to even out the rows, the more I didn't like the rugs. So my rule of thumb, and this is just me and everybody's gonna have their own system, I keep mine all even. If I cut my own strips, I normally do let's do a 40 strip rug, which is the most common or popular rug. For a 40 strip rug, I will do 5 different prints. And for all those prints, I do 8 strips each. Even though doing that, your first print's gonna be a little bigger, and as you go out, it will lessen. And I've learned I actually like the look of that more than trying to get it as perfect as possible. So far, there's only 2 rugs that are the exception to the rule for me. One time I stressed really hard to make this bullseye jelly roll rug for my husband. And that's the only time I could think of that I was very meticulous about trying to get it as even as possible. And secondly is the Speedway jelly roll rug that I designed following RJ Designs patterns. So outside of those 2 exceptions, it's not so stressful. It's really not the end of the world. I would go for the overall look of your patterns than just stressing out on exactly how many rows to make it even. Now, that is just my thoughts and my concerns. I want y'all to enjoy the process. And I feel like if you get too hung up on it, you're going to, at least for me, when I start to dive in that small, I start to not enjoy it and I check out. I don't know if that's helpful or not, but just wanted to hop in and give you my thoughts on that.